The Aeldari. The Aeldari once ruled the stars. Their galactic empire was a utopia of peace and technological wonder, until they were brought low by their own arrogance. Now they are a fragmented race, divided between those who would rage against the dying of the light, and those who would embrace the hedonistic cruelty that led to their fall. Millions of years ago, the Aeldari Empire spanned the galaxy and filled it with wonders beyond count. Entire worlds were created and stars destroyed to satisfy the whims of the Aeldari, and no threat existed that could possibly challenge their dominance. Yet, in the end, it was not war that spelled their doom, but something far more subtle and insidious. Having outgrown the need for labor and reached the very heights of scientific endeavor, the Aeldari devoted themselves to increasingly obsessive pursuits. Over the course of many thousands of years, this long-lived race began to desire new and ever more extreme experiences. Cults sprung up across an empire that embraced and encouraged this hedonism, and countless Aeldari lost themselves to the pursuit of esoteric knowledge and sensual excess. This moral sickness ran rampant through the Aeldari, and over time, corruption of their race coalesced into a gestalt consciousness within the warp. A realm of boundless, rolling energy, where the emotions and sensations of sentient beings take on form and consciousness of their own. Slaanesh, the dark god of excess, was born. When Slaanesh finally burst into divine consciousness, a psychic implosion tore at the universe. In a heartbeat, the aeons-old Aeldari civilization was ripped away, leaving in its place the warp rift that men call the Eye of Terror. Countless billions of Aeldari were consumed by this cataclysm, their souls torn from their bodies and devoured greedily by the newborn god. Only a fraction of these once mighty people escaped. Many Aeldari had already fled the apocalypse they long suspected was imminent, settling new planets from the heart of their old empire. These exodites remain uncorrupted by chaos. Those that would become the cruel-hearted, sadistic Drukhari were already hidden deep within the labyrinth tunnels of the webway, while a very few far-sighted Aeldari abandoned the dying empire upon great vessels known as craft worlds, scattering across vast expanse of space. All were marked by ever-hungry Slaanesh. Should any Aeldari fall from this moment on, their souls were hers to claim. It is the mark of the willpower of this proud race that in the millennia since the fall they have not meekly accepted their fate. Though faced on all sides by hostile aliens determined to claim their place as true masters of the galaxy, the Aeldari race fought on. The Asurani, those Aeldari who remained on craft worlds, and the Exodites embraced the spiritual purity that had once defined their race, and fought to preserve the remnants of their lost culture. By utilizing the precious crystals known as spirit stones, the craft-world Aeldari realized they could capture one's spirit essence upon death, preserving the soul in a state of limbo, where it could be kept safe from the hunger of Slaanesh. By contrast, the Drukhari sank deeper into malicious cruelty, lurking deep in the webway to the nightmarish city of Kamara, a sprawling, trans-dimensional metropolis. These sadistic reavers discovered they could cheat Slaanesh of her due by feeding upon the pain and anguish of others, thus renewing their external youth and beauty, even as their hearts became ever more hollow and corrupted. Their raiding parties sally endlessly forth from the webway in search of fresh slaves to agonize. So, did the scattered scions of the Aeldari exist for many millennia, refusing to allow the light of their culture to fade, even as the galaxy around them slipped further into madness and ruin. Just when the future of their race seemed at its very darkest, there came an upheaval that shook the Aeldari of the craft worlds and the Drukhari to their very core. The nascent deity, known as Ynid, god of the dead, had been slowly coalescing over thousands of years, growing stronger as the Aeldari suffered through millennia of war and loss. Thanks to the actions of Ulthwi Varsia, Eldad Ulthran, and the prophet Yvrain, the god of the dead awoke from his slumber far earlier than even the greatest of seers had predicted. His awakening spelt momentous change for every Aeldari. The Ynnari, the worshippers of Yned, had learned to act as living infinity circuits, drawing in the souls of the dead, which saves the departed from being devoured by Slaanesh, even as it empowers the Ynnari themselves. Indeed, Yned's followers believe that his destiny will see the Chaos Gods defeated and their race resurgent once more. Many Aeldari have sworn fealty to the forces of Yned's mortal servants. Warriors of the craft worlds and Drukhari reavers alike fight alongside the death gods chosen, their ancient hearts once again afire with rekindled hope. Yet, not all share this newfound faith. Factions within the craft world see the Ynnari as little more than chaos-tated false prophets, and the great lords of Comera are loath to bend their knee before these self-proclaimed saviors. The Ynnari, would-be unifiers of their scattered people, they have in fact splintered the Aeldari more